I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
And we're pretty sure
That you'll have mild interest in what we're about to show you. Yeah.
Vince, what are you going to show today?
I'm going to show a game from my favorite video game system, the Super Nintendo. I'm going to show Justice League Task Force. Now, I like this game because it's a fighting game with a bunch of the Justice League characters.
Yep.
I mean,
it's pretty much the first one that really utilized those characters.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. When I was growing up, I always liked the fighting video games, and I was like, Superman, Batman, and I could beat each other up with them? Cool! So I got this game. and this is very much so a used game. I actually got this from a grocery store that was closing down its video rental section.
Did you really?
Yep, not kidding.
That's amusing.
And if you want to know just how, first of all, Country Mart from Iola, Kansas. And secondly, I mean, it's not even like typed and there's no barcode. It's just written on there. This is the Justice League. Like, oh, really? Are you sure it's the Justice League? It's not like it says it on the box or anything, or the game itself. Anyway, Justice. So I like this game because you get a nice selection of characters. You got Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Arrow rather. It'd be nice if Green Lantern were on.
Kind of strange that Green Lantern wasn't in that game. Yeah, but I thought it was neat that Green Arrow was there because that was.
He was one of my favorites to use, was Green Arrow. I mean, because you get to use these different kinds of arrows that he has. It's lots of fun. I don't know. It's not one of those games that you need to sit down and learn every move like Mortal Kombat so that you can actually get good at it.
It honestly doesn't have a lot of moves.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the moves are almost uniform across the board, you know. It's not that difficult to pick up. It's kind of like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these
There's a couple characters that teleport. There's a couple characters that fly. Superman and Wonder Woman both fly.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash, I think, is the best character in the game because he's got his, hit people really fast thing.
This is true. I always really liked. I think my favorite was the Green Arrow. He just looks cool because they don't make him look like they make him on the box. He's got this hood. He's really creepy looking. It's neat.
Yeah, it's the old bearded version, so he looks really classy and like he lives in a forest.
Indeed. I don't know if you can even see that, but there's some characters, some screenshots, if you like to call them screenshots. But because what you're seeing isn't so much screenshots as you are seeing the back of a box through a camera. But I love this game. There's not a whole lot of levels. There's not a whole lot of strategy. It's just if you want to be like Superman or Wonder Woman or Batman and beat up your buddies or a computer system. I believe you... Do you actually get to play Despero?
Oh, yeah.
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 Cheetah?
You play as Despero and Cheetah and Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid, yeah.
Honestly, these days, I don't actually think it's that great of a game anymore. Like, for me, it's just mostly a nostalgic factor. I'll go back and pick it up every now and again. But, like you said, the moves are kind of uniform, but there are a couple of really overpowered characters that, if you play against them, you're just going to lose.
It's kind of like playing the Versus system. What do you know?
Yeah. It's a lot like that, only one of those is a card game.
Yeah. This one's the card game. Don't trust us.
I actually never played that on the Super Nintendo. I had it on the Genesis.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I always loved the Super Nintendo.
But actually, a lot of the games you have on Super, I never played on Super. I always played on Genesis because I had both. But Super Nintendo, I pretty much just had like the games that were exclusive. Yeah, and then in the Genesis would seem to be the one where I had more of cross-platform. I don't know why, because the cross-platformers really were better on Super most of the time. But so I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe I was getting them cheaper. I don't know. But like Maximum
maybe
Carnage,
maybe as gifts.
I have on Genesis, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
That's all I really have to say. There's not a whole lot. I just recommend going back and trying old Super Nintendo games because they're still challenging, even if they're 2D games for old systems.
Yeah, well, I don't even think a lot of those games are, outdated in the sense that they're not so fun to play. I think that one could have been made better even at the time that it was made.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's more characters just by going to Street Fighter, so why not get some more on there? So, that's what I like. Selection of characters. When Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out, I was like, oh my god, look at that!
Yeah, and that's the thing I didn't like about 3.
Too many characters?
Not nearly enough.
Oh, yeah?
Not nearly enough. And they're doing that... Well, I mentioned this on Late Night, but they're doing that downloadable content thing where, they released it with, like, 30-something characters, and then, they're going to have characters that you can download later. They're nickel and diming you. So that's not cool. Like for me, I would have preferred them just basically re-release 2 and give us another 100 characters and call it good. Like, I didn't need the enhanced graphics and stuff. I would have been cool with just some more characters.
Yeah, me too.
Today I'm going to show something from my collection, something old from my collection. I've got the 1966 Batman card game. This is very amusing. I've not played this. I don't actually know how it plays because I haven't played it, but I don't know if this is complete either. Because reading the rules, it has. I'll just kind of show you what this looks like, and then I'll show you a couple cards. But in the rules, it talks about discs that you move across, and it doesn't have them. So I'm assuming it's not complete. I'm assuming that it came with some kind of like Batman and Robin discs that you move across. So it's kind of sad that I don't have that. But
you just use bottle caps and write B and R on them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could totally still play it. I'm just saying that for the sake of collecting, I wish it was complete. It also has the cards are a little faded, and it's got a little bit of water damage down here. So it's not perfect, but it's neat nevertheless. And basically, it's just this really, really simple game where you start here and you end here, and you're trying to avoid the bad guys, and you do that apparently with gadgets and things. Like I said, I haven't actually sat down and played it.
Because as we all know, Batman and Robin do their best to avoid the bad guys.
They do. That's exactly right. But yeah, so you've got like batarangs and bat cuffs and bat rope and that kind of thing. The cards, as far as the characters with the cards, it's just Batman and Robin. And then the villains aren't actually in cards; they're just on this thing. What's really strange is what characters they have and what they look like. So at the top, we've got Joker, and that's your basic 1966, what the Joker looked like in the comics, right? Like, that's about what you'd expect. And then Penguin is kind of the same way. Now, think about all the characters that they had in the Batman TV show in 1966 and were around in the comics and stuff like that with the villains. And then look at the rest of what they put here. It was almost as if they couldn't think of anything. Because it gets weird. Under the Joker and the Penguin, we have Blockbuster. Really? Blockbuster? Okay. And then we have the Calendar Man. And next to him, we don't have Mr. Freeze, we have Mr. Zero. Mr. Zero.
A man who's never won anything in his entire life.
That's right. And then we have the Riddler in a strange purple costume. This odd purple costume. And then we have the Cat Woman. the Cat Woman.
And then Inigo Montoya.
And then next to that we have Midas. And I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you got to trust his touch.
Do you know who that is?
Trust the Midas.
No, I get it, but have you heard of that guy? I've never heard of that guy.
No.
Should I have heard of that guy?
I've heard of King Midas.
Yeah, but anyway, I just think it's kind of strange. They only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they have 8 villains. Like 4 of them were kind of obscure.
Well, Batman doesn't have that many around the 60s.
No, he totally does.
No, he doesn't, because, it's not like they had a TV show or several years of comic books by the 60s. They didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah, no,
There's like zero reference material.
Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was kind of interesting. Just something I happen to have laying around. But the box is really cool. Nothing else. It's a pretty neat looking box.
See that real quick, if you don't mind. For a second there, I thought that was Two-Face on the cover. I'm like, they got him on the cover.
No, it's not. But it looks like that suit could very easily have been tainted green on one side and look like Two-Face.
Yeah, because they totally have just about half of his body cut off.
Yep, that's right.
Never seen...
So you see my point.
Indeed. I've never seen a board game has styrofoam where everything just tucked in it.
Oh, and actually, the Batmobile is strange too. Look, it's this weird purple car. It's like we've never seen that before.
Hey, you should talk to the guy.
I should send that to Bill Spencer and be like, yeah, you have to put that on there too, because that's got to be a Batmobile, right? Because it's got a wing on the back.
That's a Fishmobile.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's Penguin's Fishmobile. Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching us show you things and sort of recommend things. And we'll show you something else again next week. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
See you later. I'm not doing this anymore. I refuse.